My name is Kiati. I'm the head of the firm of Joshi Advocates Limited. Thank you very much for joining me in this video on adult dependent relatives and how they can make their application from overseas. So let's get into that now. So here, first document would be the applicant applying to come in the UK and their original and valid ID. And the sponsor, who is either British or settled or has 5-year refugee status, and their original certified copy of current ID. So that's one. Two, the relationship. The people that can make this application would either be parents, grandparents, or children over the age of 18. They're asking to come in the UK because their sponsor is either British, settled, or has indefinite leave to remain, or has a 5-year refugee status in the UK. So this is the relationship. How it can be met is by providing the Home Office with birth certificate with certified translation. If unavailable, provide DNA tests through one of the Home Office recognized providers only. The list is in the link below. So that's 2. 3, and this is where the application becomes known for its high threshold. This is where the applicant is saying to the Home Office that because of illness or age and illness, I require medical care to perform day-to-day tasks. Right. So evidence to provide would be medical letters, a GP report to explain what medical condition the applicant has. Right, that's A. B, and these are the 3 A's I want you to focus on. Access to the health care there. So what health care is there? Where is the health care? Where is the applicant in proximity with the health care facility? The second A is affordability. What is the cost to access the facilities for the health care that the applicant needs? And finally, the third A is availability. What are the availability times or days, and how frequent is this relevant facility available for access to the applicant? This should be addressed by the medical practitioner in the country the applicant is in, because that person is an expert. We are not. We can go online and see, but the expert needs to put this in writing along with what they know the applicant's medical condition to be and what their ailments are. So that's that. Where the Home Office in their policy has confirmed several scenarios, which I'm going to put in the link below, and their page numbers, that even if the applicant requires day-to-day health care and say that the health care is available in that country, why can't the applicant access it? For example, affordability. Why can't the applicant get money from the sponsor in the UK and access it in the country that he or she is in? So when it comes to assessing the 3 A's I've just pointed out earlier, keep this in mind, that you would have to show, if it's not affordable, can the sponsor from here send the applicant money and therefore it becomes affordable? If it's not available, that's another matter. Right. So these are the key requirements to keep in mind. When looking for evidence to assess the 3 A's, also understand there are other nuances to the case. The applicant, for example, the age, the fact that perhaps they have become a widow recently, the nature of the care they require. The care isn't always physical. It could be emotional, it could be psychological. So make sure the medical expert providing their report on the applicant's condition addresses whether the physical support is there, whether the medical support in terms of psychological or emotional care is available. So look at these other aspects of care and not just physical when it comes to asking the expert for this assessment report on the applicant particularly. Now finally, the requirement would be, if the applicant were to come in the UK can the sponsor maintain and accommodate the applicant without recourse to public funds? This is where the sponsor would have to show their tenancy or mortgage documents of the property where they think the applicant would come and live whilst in the UK, and as well their bank statements and employment documents or self-employment documents to support that they have money coming in, which will allow them to support and maintain and accommodate the applicant without recourse to public funds. Right. It would also help the application if you have sent money to the applicant overseas with a money transfer receipt showing the sponsor's name, the applicant's name over time, and suggesting that, look, money has been sent to the applicant, but it still isn't enough because of XYZ factors. The healthcare is far, the applicant's old, she can't travel, there's nobody there, how many times can we travel there to look after her, and all these aspects, right? Okay. Every aspect that you think is relevant and important, support it with evidence, with documentary evidence. It would be very helpful because the Home Office will look at the case holistically. They will look at all aspects of the case to see whether it is reasonable for the applicant to enter the UK in this category. Now, if the applicant is over the age of 65, there is no English language requirement, but there is a tuberculosis test certificate requirement. Now, I hope this has been successful. Your application will be, fingers crossed, go through without any hesitation from the Home Office. If any questions, feel free to contact me, details below, subscribe, and I will put another video up tomorrow because an update has come in terms of recent change in law when it comes to European national family members and their retained right of residence. But okay, see you very soon tomorrow. Thank you very much. Take care.